Rethink Poker with Stackham Coaching. And now, Jaymes Rosenthal and John Hemmer with Stackham student Danielle Ford. Session number 1.
Hey guys, this is Jaymes Rosenthal coming back to you with a brand new series that I'm pretty sure everybody's going to be pretty interested in. I'm back with John Hemmer. You know, we had some good feedback on working together with the Burke Brown series, and so we came back for number 2. And this time we have a mom, a model, and a poker player all wrapped up in one with Danielle Ford. How you doing, Danielle?
Hey, I'm doing really good. I'm so excited to start this coaching. I have been anticipating it for the last couple of weeks, so thank you again for letting me do this.
No problem. Just to let you know, she has way too much energy. So if me and John seem like we don't have any, it's just because she's like setting the bar super, super high. John, what's up with you, man? How you been?
Not too bad. You, James?
Well, we're in different countries now, so
This is true.
you know it's really hard to keep our long distance relationship, but I think we're doing pretty well, working through problems.
Back living the dream, playing on Joker Stars.
Joker Stars. I mean, if you really wanted, I could probably make a whole book of bad beats for you. King Queen always getting there and just, oh man. But it's it's fun. What are you doing? You still playing online as well?
Yeah, I'm just grinding heads up online for now. We recently bought a house. I'm kind of in the middle of moving and stuff, so I'm dealing a lot with that. And a lot of changes to Stackham too are coming in the next couple of weeks. So working a lot with that as well.
Yeah, so guys, a lot to look forward to, and this should be a really good fundamentals series, and Danielle's really excited, and we've talked about things that she wants to work on, and you know we've come up with different ideas. So let's go ahead and start with Danielle. Just kind of introduce yourself. We have some pictures up of you on the site so people can, you know, picture the face to the person or face to the voice. And why don't you just tell us about your life, you know, poker, non-poker, anything.
Okay, I'm a mom of 2. I have a 6-year-old son named Logan. He's like a wild child. And I have a almost 8-year-old daughter named Angelina who is like a little leader. She's like she's going to be class president. They're awesome. I had them when I was really young, and now I actually have like a site, a young mom site where young mothers from like teenage years to the early 20s like go and connect. And I'm like a huge computer nerd, so besides poker, that's what I'm always doing is random things on my computer and just studying and doing that kind of stuff with the kids.
You have a blog too, right?
Yeah, I have a personal blog, and that's what I use like to actually learn how to do web design and do videos and SEO and all that stuff. So I don't like go crazy with that. It's just like my little personal rants, and I do some book reviews and stuff. But I actually have like a lot. I have probably like 20 websites altogether that make me some money here and there. But the biggest ones that I work on are my personal one and my young mom site. And I just started a poker site too because my personal site was getting like so random that I put like poker stories and marketing advice and stories about my kids and then like something about Justin Bieber, and it just didn't make any sense. So I started a poker one that I'm gonna, you know, now I'm actually like at the point where I want to like step my game up. So I want to be able to, because, you know, I journal and like take notes and stuff like that. And I don't want to give up too much information on my blog, but I want to be able to like share my stories and also like be able to look back at it for myself, you know?
Right.
So that's kind of what I'm doing.
I was going to ask just how long have you been playing poker? What got you into poker?
I've been actually playing for like 2 years, but for about a year before that, I was like studying hardcore. I just like, you know, read some books, and I would bartend a couple like, you know, little poker parties or whatever and watch and ask questions. And the first time that I ever played, which I think is like kind of cool, I was like super nervous. You know, most people like start playing at like a house game or they play like at, you know, limit poker or somewhere like that. And my first time like I ever played was at the World Series of Poker in '09, and it was like a 175 sit and go, and I won it.
What?
So that was like really cool. Like,
Boom.
kind of raised the bar kind of high for my first time. Yeah. I was like, yes. And so since then, like, I've played a little bit. The only like tournaments I've ever cashed in were a couple in Epic Poker.
Busted.
Which is closed now, but I haven't committed to tournaments that much because of my schedule with my children, but it's much easier in the summer when they're out of school. So I plan on playing a few events this summer, and I've just been playing some cash games in all of the casinos, 1-3, 1-2, that kind of stuff. But I do okay. I guess technically I'm a pro because I'm up, but it's not consistent enough like I want it to be, and I want to be able to move into like higher stakes.
Yeah, poker is really hard. It's just hard to consistently win. I mean, Jaymes and I can tell you all about it, but it works a lot better as being supplemental income than it does as your sole source of income. So
right.
If you have other income from websites or whatever else, like it just makes it that much easier when you're on the table to focus and give it 100%.
Right. Yeah, I have like multiple streams of income, but it's hard for poker. Like I do modeling, I do some commercial and print and promotional modeling and sometimes atmosphere. So it's either like I have to choose to go work an event, which is fun, but it's long hours and I'll make like $100 compared to if I go play poker for a couple hours or whatever, I could make more. And it's not like I'm just over the Vegas scene and stuff. So
yeah, I guess we should talk about win rates a little bit at 1-2 and 1-3. Like what's a good win rate? And so I guess Jaymes, you can start off. Like if you have a little bit to elaborate about that.
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's very skewed. People have so many different opinions about this. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine from Vegas who is pretty heavy 1-2, 1-3 professional grinder who plays all over. His name's Andrew Nemi. And
I know Andrew.
Yeah, you know Andrew. He has a really good blog too. Maybe I can link in the forum to this. But anyways, we were just talking about his win rates and how over a huge sample it was between the $20 and $25 range. And I thought that was really, really good.
You're talking an hour, right?
An hour. Yeah, I mean, and I know, like, I've talked to him, he's gone through the down swings, he's gone through the break evens, and I mean, he's able to come out with this win rate, and it just goes to show you that just volume and consistently playing as close to your A game can get you there. And some people, they'll start out playing 1-2 and 1-3 and they'll just win every time they play, and they're hourly, they'll calculate it up. They'll be like, 60, 70. I'm making $82 an hour. Like if I keep doing this, I can quit my job, blah, blah, blah. But just to tell you, I mean, it always comes back to I don't know what you call that, regresses to the mean.
Yeah, that's exactly what you call it.
Yeah, and it's going to do it. It's going to happen. Stuff's going to go wrong. It's going to go good. It's going to go bad. I mean, it's interesting, but I think trying to be realistic about your goals, and I guess I'm just kind of spewing off words here, but yeah, I don't know what say like an average win rate would be at 1-2, 1-3. $15 maybe for a winning player.
I think $20 or $25 would be a good goal if you're playing both 1-2 and 1-3. 10 big blinds per hour is like kind of what everybody goes off of for like an elite win rate, 10 to 15. So if you're playing a mix of 1-2 and 1-3, that means your average big blind is $250. So yeah, about $20, $25, maybe $30 if you're really good. I think it'd be tough to get much higher than that. The trap that a lot of people fall into though is, they win a couple $100 the first 3-4 sessions they play, and they think that they can just win, $100 an hour or whatever playing 1-2, 1-3, or they can win every day or something like that. But yeah, you're going to lose like half your sessions or 40% of your sessions or whatever, 45%. And I think if you go in with that expectation, you'll be a lot happier in the end, because otherwise you'll just get really frustrated thinking you should be winning every day or you should be winning more. But a lot of times the big pots dictate whether you're going to win or lose a session, and the big pots typically play themselves. You have ace king versus queens and you're just flipping or something like that. Your edge really comes from like the small and medium sized pots. Playing heads up in position versus fish. You're playing bigger pots in position than they are. They tend to raise smaller or limp. They don't tend to c-bet as much, stuff like that. So that's really where we're making our hourly. Not in the big pots that tend to just play themselves. So yeah, I just think being realistic about that can,
Yeah, sure. So Danielle, I mean, it sounds like you've had some early success when it comes to, 1-2 and 1-3 in cash games and some tournaments and stuff. And I just want you to know that if you do experience like a little bit of a stretch where you don't see any money flowing in, just remember that everybody goes through that, and just keep your head up. And like we said, it's good that you have some other areas of interest in life, so you can really focus on always playing